Our next one is a productivity tool, and I've been using this for a long time, and I absolutely love this tool. It's called Kill the Newsfeed. And what this does is pretty much exactly what it says it does. It kills your Facebook newsfeed. Now, as a business owner, I've got plenty of important work to do, but from time to time, I do need to jump on a Facebook, whether it's replying to posts in this group or going live or responding to someone who's tagged me in a post, or, people tag me in their friend statuses all the time when someone needs help with their Google account. What I find is that when I open up my Facebook in a browser, it's very, very easy to get stuck in that hole of the Facebook newsfeed and scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. You get the dopamine hits, and then all of a sudden it's been 3 hours and you're lying on the couch wondering where your day went. And so Kill the Newsfeed completely removes the newsfeed feature from Facebook, but it still lets you get all of your other work done. What I mean by that is you can still go into groups, you can respond to messages, you can see your notifications, you can send messages, but you just don't have the newsfeed feature. So this is what it looks like when I go to my Facebook. I'll open up my Facebook here, and I just don't have the newsfeed feature. I can see all the other bits and pieces. I can see the comments there, which is pretty cool, but I don't have a newsfeed to actually scroll through. Now, it would help if I shared my screen. So let me share that again. You can see here when I log into my Facebook, all of my notifications are there, all the other bits and pieces and features are there, but I just don't have a newsfeed. And so all of my distraction factory Facebooking is gone, and it's all just one pure place. No, I really can't call it a place of productivity, but it is at least somewhere that we can get work done without getting completely sucked in. The final one actually used to be a Chrome extension and was a Chrome app, and has now actually been removed. So it's now actually only available on the mobile and on the web. Well, it's available on Google Chrome as an Android extension, as an Android app if you're on a Chromebook, but it doesn't actually run inside of Google Chrome. But I want to give you this one as a little freebie anyway, because this one is really important. Now, it's called Authy, and what it's used for is two-factor authentication. And this is a great little app for generating your 6-digit codes for the different tools and services that you log into. Now, if you had G Suite implemented by us, or if you've done any of the basic security steps inside of G Suite, you would know that switching on two-factor authentication is the easiest way of locking down your account from someone else getting access. If someone knows your username and password, but you have two-factor authentication switched on, when someone goes to access your account, even if they know your password, they have to actually use your mobile phone to get access to that account. And so if you've got it locked down to your mobile phone, it's going to send you a 6-digit code or a push notification. That's really useful, right? But what about all the other websites that you use that also want you to use authenticator apps? Now, there's a great app called the Google Authenticator, and that lets you generate those 6-digit codes. But Authy goes a step further, and it lets you actually synchronize those codes between different devices. So you could set up Authy on your iPad, and you could set up Authy on your phone as well. Now, what that saves you from is if you ever lose your phone, which I've done many times, if you've only got the Google Authenticator app on one device, you have to go and do a recovery on every one of those websites. And so you need backup passwords, or you need to identify yourself, or you need to reach out to us if you've locked yourself out of your Google account. And that can be a little bit of a pain. What Authy does is it synchronizes across your different machines, and across your different machines, you can then access your authorization codes without having to be reliant on that one device. The other cool thing that I like about Authy is if you're using a Chromebook, then it will actually run on the desktop. As I said, formerly it ran as a Chrome extension. Now it's a local app. So if you're on a Chrome device, it will actually run as a desktop application. So you can see here inside my Authy, it's got all of my codes, and each one of those codes, it's actually hidden with a black screen right now because I'm screen sharing, and so it just automatically hides it, just in case anyone's trying to get access to it. But what this will do is it will give me access to all of those codes right from the desktop. And if I'm on my mobile device, I'll actually have the same thing as well. So I've got all of the codes just being generated there pretty much in real time. Let's see if I can get it to focus. There we go. It's going to take its time. So I've got all my codes being generated there. Now, if you're on a Windows or a Mac machine, then you can actually download the Authy app, and there's a desktop app for there as well. And you might be thinking, well, Pete, doesn't that defeat the purpose? If you've actually got all of your codes on the device that's supposed to be a two-factor authentication device, right? It's supposed to be on a second device. Well, doesn't that defeat the purpose? And the answer to that is, well, yes, it does a little bit, to be completely honest. However, it's very, very likely that you will know where your machine is and you will be with your machine. You will very likely have it in your physical presence. And that's one of the key factors of security is physical presence, right? Unless someone has your machine and knows your computer password, so you need to make sure you have a good computer password, then they're not going to be able to get access to that account. If someone in a foreign country gets access to your Google username and password, or your banking username and password, or another application that is locked down with two-factor authentication, then they're not going to be able to get access unless they literally had your device. And that's the point of two-factor authentication, is a second factor of authentication, and one of those can be your presence. Now, if you decide, of course, you may just lock it down to one phone here and then a second phone maybe sitting in a drawer at home, and that's going to make things a little bit easier for you and a little bit more secure if you wanted to go down that route. But the most important thing over all of this is making sure that you've got a solid password on your local computer, that you have a passcode switched on your phone. That's absolutely mandatory. And if you're using a tool like LastPass, making sure that you've got a great master password for LastPass. So if this was useful, guys, let me know. If you've got a problem that you need solved inside of Chrome, then let me know in the comments. A extension that maybe you would like to have, or something that you've got on your wish list for extensions. Maybe you're interested in sharing one of the ones that you like yourself and you want to share that with the community. Go ahead and paste that in the comments below. I'd love to know what are your favorite extensions and if there's any that we may highlight in an up and coming video. So if you liked this, we've got heaps more in our members area. So if you're interested in becoming a concierge member, please head along to itgenius.com and check out ways that we can help you. Now, if you're not yet a member of our G Suite community, head along to our Facebook group. It's a free and open group for business owners utilizing G Suite. And that group is where we share live videos. You get early access to videos like this, and we share heaps of tips and tricks with business owners already in the Google ecosystem. Until next time, guys, I will see you later. And if you need any help, our concierge team are on hand. Drop us a message down to IT Genius below, and we will be sure to help out. Take care, guys. Cheers.